So what's up? Hello, everyone, guys. Another review. You could say a final concluding one where we'll summarize the results of our public trade that I posted back on the 27th, and accordingly, the review that I also posted on the 27th. In this time frame, I pointed out that there would likely be some kind of finale. Well, actually, in this finale, we had a buy signal came in. I'm looking at the hourly time frame now, then I'll switch to the 15 and 5-minute ones. You'll see. So everything worked out perfectly. It signaled. We got a pretty strong signal there. For almost a day, there was an anomaly in favor of the buyer, which I took advantage of, even though there was some negative news about the truce and the war and about some funds like those winter or whatever starting to go short, dumping and so on. So I don't believe all that fairy tale nonsense. I have great data that indicated that there's a buyer. The buyer is rampant. The buyer is clearly shown on my indicators. And accordingly, even if you started buying at the close of this candle, as I did at 66,270, you'd have a great entry point according to my strategy. So I used the first order at 66,270, 65, 270, 64, 270, 63, 270. So right here on Saturday and Sunday, we had a bounce. It didn't quite reach 2%. I think it was around 1.5%. Last night, another order was triggered. So my entry point turned out to be 65,700. And accordingly, I closed it at 67,000 on the public account. And on my personal ones, I closed a bit higher, 67,400, 67,600 on the prop accounts. I think I closed at 67,650. So I managed to make a nice profit. Why did I close the prop later? Because I needed to lock in those profitable days. There's a rule there. Well, I needed to close that profitable day. I waited for the profit to reach the desired value and closed the trade. Okay, let's move on to the review. So I think you got it, right? That the trade worked out perfectly. Everything's great. I'm not waiting. I don't need to guess how high the price will go or how long it'll take to get there. I have a clear strategy. I entered, I built a position, I locked it in, I earned 2.5% on the deposit. That's definitely more than 15% on the deposit for this month. And I don't rule out that maybe one more trade will slip through this month. Technically, we have most likely an expanding triangle forming. I assume they might push it to this range. That's 68,500, 69,500 plus this trend line that's happening in this descending channel. So I assume that after some small pullback, something like this, there will likely be short signals here. Let me just use this green zone that I marked earlier to mark a red zone for myself here. So in this zone, I'll most likely be building a short position. Okay, let's do it like this here. So this is my, let's say, immediate forecast. I don't guess and I don't test my theories with my own money. I trust the math, I trust the strategy, and I make money from it. I've already made money. Right now, I'm likely forecasting that a short setup will form here, with short signals and anomalies appearing. And most likely the downward trend will continue from here. Okay, what's on the chart? On the global chart, we have this green zone. You remember it, right? I recorded a review about a week ago and marked it, but we didn't reach it, didn't enter, or maybe there was no signal. I don't quite recall. Or maybe I just missed the signal. Okay, let me switch to the 50-minute time frame and take a look. I've just already forgotten, guys, what happened in this zone because of the trades. Yeah, well, you see, I didn't have a main signal, though maybe I did trade it. That was likely, that was the day I was flying home from Dubai and opened a trade in Pakistan. I was trading it. So I marked this zone as support for myself. They took out this liquidity. See? Yeah, reached this level, bounced back. The tail was quite strong. And I'll show you now what happened during that tail. There were 1.5 billion in long position liquidations. Let's wait for it to load. So look, we have 400 here. Well, almost 1.5, 460 and 600. Well, a bit over a billion, I exaggerated, sorry, 1.1 billion in long liquidations, which is a perfectly normal weekend manipulation at the market open. This often happens normally. By the way, such manipulations usually occur on Saturday or Sunday, but here it was right before the US Open, before the market opened. There, technically, guys, the picture, well, I don't know, definitely not for long, but there is a bounce. What draws me in is that the metrics show a strong seller. Oh, seller, a strong buyer has appeared. According to the metrics, I see that they started buying back here based on this indicator. So the fall has stopped, things have stalled. And just as news started coming out about these on-chain metrics, where funds began selling and exiting to go short, we saw a clear buying activity. It's visible, and so far this buying hasn't stopped. So I'm not ruling out that the price could go higher. The price could go significantly higher. So This cascade of liquidations is nothing more than clearing out those stops and liquidations below that level, and then they might surge higher. Anything can happen, guys. I trade based on metrics, and I suspect there might be a short setup here, but that short might not even happen. Plus, we also have an indicator showing the number of longs and shorts. So you see, right, we have growth and the number of short positions has started to rise, but then again, we were building longs. Longs were being picked up almost, well, at extreme long values. I mean, a ton of longs. It indicated that there would be a bounce. So I slept quite confidently and calmly, not paying attention to anything at all, building my position strictly according to the strategy. Took the money, took the profit. Some of our guys closed part of their positions on this bounce and will hold the remaining part, because I did the same thing with this short. I have a small position open at 74,300 because I knew that this is likely the high point of this entire sideways range. All of this sideways trading, and with these bounces, we will just go lower. Priority, I repeat, yes, there is this trend line, there is this range, and most likely a short setup will form within this range, and indicators should react to it as well. So far, guys, there are no anomalies. If you're holding along, I'd probably try to hold it a bit longer. Well, based on your strategy, I mean, I have a clear strategy. 2% move from TVX. Do you see that? Yes, often indicators give much more than a 2% move. That's 10, 15, 5, and 7%. But I have a strategy. I have a plan. I have my minimum. I should earn 10% on the deposit in dollars per month. This is a freaking great result. That's only 4 trades. According to the strategy, it averages probably 6 to 8 trades per month. I'm happy with the result. It turned out to be more than 15% on the deposit. Go look for another such stable, safe, and cool strategy. So I don't worry. So basically, I won't drag out the review. In principle, I've said everything. The range 68,500 to 69,500 is key. I'll be looking at indicators specifically in this zone. Let's see what they show there, if there will be signals, if there will be anomalies. If not, I'll just sit and wait for the next signal. If we go lower from current levels and they give a signal again, I'll also enter according to the strategy. But most likely, if they already gave a signal here, took the liquidity, I mean, you see, right, we had a clear signal here, a signal here on this quick drop. All the liquidity was collected here. If the price goes lower from current levels, most likely there won't be a signal here anymore. We'll look for the next support zones where a signal will be displayed. That's it. Basically, I've told everything, shown everything. Congratulations on the profit to everyone who followed me. You should definitely be in the black now, at least. I've closed out the long trades, so I'm out of trades now, just waiting and watching and really enjoying a wonderful Monday morning. Just like that. That's it. Bye, everyone.